Hi everyone and welcome to a new video here on my channel. This mat wasn't really straight. I'm gonna straighten it before. Today we are going to take a look on my December daily for 2019. In my last video I showed you the inserts, the foundation pages, and today I'm going to show you my entries into this album. It's not going to be like other people's album. I want to warn you now. This is my first year I'm doing it. I am definitely not a pro when it comes to December daily. Some days I just feel like, my word, I don't want to do an entry into this book. It's not turning out how I want it to be. But I'm sticking to it. And I shouldn't compare myself to any other people doing December daily because it's my first time as well. So for last time, you have probably, if you've seen my past videos, you know that my front page looked a little bit different. I have added this cute little Santa Please Stop Here sign. And I love it. I think it brings quite like cuteness to the front page. I am really happy with the front page though. I think it turned out lovely. And yeah, so let's have a look into the album. So on the first page inside the album, we got this planner insert. I have been quite bad of actually writing what I've done each day because that was my plan, to fill out what I've done. So after this video I will actually just do a little summary of each day. That will be quite nice. I'm so glad it's Sunday today, and on Friday my annual leave starts. I can't wait for that. I'm so excited. I'm not back in the office until the 30th, which is fantastic. And then I've got the first off as well. So I'm really glad. This is going to be a nice December for me to relax. I've got this page which tells you why I wrote, why I'm doing December daily, but as I said in my last video, I'm going to keep that a little bit secret, but the rest of it I'm going to share. So the first day in December, this is me and my fiance. It's not going to be like any other December daily, it's a little bit all over the place, but it's fine. It's my first one, and I'm just putting down things that I feel like would fit for that day and be nice. I'm not a pro. So this is some decorations that we have in the flat that I made with my Cricut, and for this day I just discussed what I feel about Christmas, and I wrote like this. So I'm gonna read some of the day's journaling entries because otherwise this video will get too long, but it says like this, and excuse my handwriting, I don't write pretty. I've never been someone that has had a nice handwriting at all. I don't have a nice calligraphy handwriting, but it says like this. Dear December, today has been one of those chill days, even though both John and I, which is my fiance, Jonathan, has traveled to Ross and Natalie for a Sunday roast. I've been trying to think about what makes me feel Christmassy. A lot of people seem to say that it's a feeling magically appearing in December, but I think that's wrong. I am such a visual person that I must create the feeling around me. For this year, I have therefore made a decision to max the Christmas decor, and I've really done that. I've spent a lot of money, but the evenings are magical. So yeah, that's a little sneak peek of it. On day 2, this is from my work actually. We had like a work due because I am going on annual leave so early. So I work in the office where we're like divided into teams depending on what kind of law we do and focus on. And because I do intellectual property law, I do GDPR law, data law, that means that there are other teams like family law and blah blah blah, tax and all of that, and they have like a big Christmas party for the whole legal team, because I'm gone there, they said, oh, we can just have a small one with our little team, everyone that does data law. And that's what we had pretty much. That is what I've journaled. So we had a Secret Santa, and that is my present, the one that's wrapped with the greenery. I love that present. If you want to see more photos and stuff like that on decor and things, check out my Instagram, which is the Miss Haven. You can see some really, well, it's not really nice, but yeah, things I create. We got some food, and this is my team. And yeah, that's my team. I haven't done this page just because I think I'm going to leave this until I've done all of the journaling and then go back and like make it a little bit pretty before I show you the whole album. On day 3, I took photos of my Christmas tree. Let me show it to you. This is my Christmas tree, and I really love it. I think it turned out beautiful. It's nice. It's a nice 7 foot. It's not massive, but it's nice and it's cute, and I like it. So I journaled about my Christmas tree, which I put up in November, but it was 100% finished on day 3, on the 3rd of December. On the 4th of December, I wanted to focus on the place where I currently live, which is this old English stone building. It's a listed building here in the town, and it's really beautiful. It's got lovely big windows. It's not perfect because it's quite old. It's not the best kind of what do you call it? It's not the best of keeping the heat inside, in all honesty. In the winters, it's quite difficult and you need to have the heating on all the time, but it's lovely. It's an old, nice building, and I wanted to write some things about the building and where I live and stuff like that. On day 5, I came home from the office and I was so tired, and this is a picture that Jonathan actually took. And I was so knackered, and I'm just writing, Dear December, I was totally knackered when I came back home from work today. I finished clearing a whole legal database at work called Icon, and yeah, it took its toll. Snuggling up in the sofa, photo taken by Jonathan, and that's me sleeping. And then we've got the Christmas card, which describes a thing which I'm so happy that I was actually able to order this, because back in 2014, when Becky Higgins was releasing her new Project Life app, I jumped on that opportunity and I downloaded the app, and since 2014 up until about 2018, end of 2018, I created loads and loads of spreads on the app. The thing I wasn't really considering though was that with this app, and if you add a lot of things and it's a weird size, it's gonna cost a lot of money having this printed. So even though I did not do daily kind of photo layouts, and I just did it when something fun was happening or I wanted to describe something, I got a quote in a store here in town for about £120, which is, I think it's like 150 or 160 US dollars. And it was only about, I think it was like 90 pages or something like that. And I just said, you know, that's too expensive. I'm not going to be able to print these ever. And I just was worried about losing the spreads because they were on my laptop. And my old laptop actually broke apart and I was panicking. And that's also an interesting story because I had this really nice gaming laptop. It cost a lot of money. It was very, very expensive. And and it just broke apart. The whole motherboard, this was after about 2-3 years though, but the whole motherboard just pretty much burnt out. And I panicked because I had all of my photos, everything on that laptop. And I went to a store here in town and they quoted me like £250 to fix it. And then I'm a person that's like, no, I don't want to pay that much to have my files restored. So I went on Amazon and I did some Googling actually. And I figured out that I'm not terrible with computers. If I hadn't, this is a fun little fact about me, if I hadn't gone into law, I would have gone into like computers and coding and stuff like that, because I really enjoy computers and everything about computers. So yeah, I did it myself and it costed me £5. And I just think back about that store, that they're actually tricking like older people into paying that much money if they had like a computer or something that broke and they wanted the files, when you can actually do it for £5. And it took me about 10 minutes doing it, which I find despicable. That's actually really horrible. But yeah, anyways, this is a long story. This day 6 turns to a really long story. But yeah, during the Black Friday, I was actually able to order my book and I only paid £30, which was amazing. And I've got it now. I've got a 90-page album with all of my spreads from 2014 till 2018, and I love it. Feels so good having it printed out. It's safe, and yeah, I really like it. So that was for day 6. My book arrived in the post that day. For day 7, I haven't journaled yet. I'm going to journal. This is my mouse house, which I created, which is a Scandinavian tradition, actually. It's creating like a little miniature world with miniature things. So this is like a door. If you want to see more about that, you can go in on my Instagram. And then for day 8, which I haven't actually added the little sticker, which I use yet. I don't know where it must have popped off. I'm just going to journal for today, is my plan. And do more like a thing about what I want for Christmas and stuff like that. I've actually asked my mum for a planner, but it's not like a normal planner. It's like a life planner. Because a lot of things are happening in 2020 and I really loved it. And it's in my native language, which is Swedish. So that's going to be interesting as well. You just fill in and I loved the idea and I saw it. I just randomly actually went in on this lifestyle blog. I don't read a lot of Swedish blogs, but and I just found it and I was like, wow, that is so perfect. I really want that. So I've asked my mum for that and my dad for Christmas. That's like the only thing I want, really. I don't really want anything else, because if I want something, I buy it. So I think it's getting more and more difficult, actually, the older I get, to ask for stuff for Christmas, because I don't know what to ask for, pretty much. But yeah, and that is my journal entries so far. I love it. I think it's different. It's very different, but it's quite nice. So yeah. Have a nice day and see you in my next video. Take care. Bye bye.